Paris is without a doubt one of the world's most famous and popular cities. It is a magical site that you may visit with your significant other, family, or friends, with spots suitable for people of all ages. How do you pick what to do in Paris if you're planning a trip? There are places that individuals fantasize about seeing on their first trip to Paris, such as the Eiffel Tower and the Louvre. There are, however, other things to do in Paris. Here are the top 10 things to do in Paris. But before we get started, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. Number 10. Visit Les Deux Magots. You may have to pay a little more than you expected to for your drink, but sitting and drinking at Les Deux Magots or Les Procopes is a Parisian tradition. Each cafe is located on the posh boulevard Saint-Germain and is representative of what a French cafe or bistro should be. Because these two locations are popular, you will immediately have something in common with practically everyone who has visited Paris. Your drinks won't taste any different than they do elsewhere, but some establishments are more about their history and service. Number 9. Browse the gardens and parks. Two of the city's most manicured and spectacular gardens are the Tuileries Parks, near the Louvre Museum, and the Luxembourg Gardens in the 6th arrondissement. This is undeniably one of Paris's most romantic hobbies, but it can be anything you want it to be. If you want to escape other visitors, go to the Buttes-Chaumont Park in northeastern Paris, where locals go to relax and take in the city views. Paris takes great care of its green spaces and treats them like gems, so spending time admiring them is without a doubt one of the most pleasant things to do in Paris. Number 8. Access the Château de Versailles. For good reason, the Palace of Versailles is one of Paris's most popular attractions. While revolutionaries may have deposed France's last kings and queens, we're grateful they spared this stunning piece of architecture. Retrace the steps of historical characters such as Marie Antoinette, and marvel at the splendor of the old royal residence. Beautiful chandeliers reflect in over 300 mirrors in the Hall of Mirrors. Visit the lovely gardens of Versailles while visiting the palace. The perfectly maintained gardens cover about 2,000 acres in total. History, gossip, and legends abound in places like Versailles. Number 7. Take a stroll across Place des Vosges in La Marais. Place des Vosges is one of the most beautiful squares in La Marais, if not Paris. You might not want to go if you heard it characterized as a little park surrounded by 4 walls of houses that appear to be identical to one another. They aren't just identical houses, they are some of the most beautiful structures in all of Paris. If you walked into this square without knowing anything about it, you'd know you arrived somewhere special. Number 6. Look up at Paris's gorgeous rooftops. For years, there has been discussion of including Paris's distinctive roofs on the UNESCO World Heritage List. Begin your rooftop trip on Place des Vosges, which was designed in 1612 as Place Royale in Les Marais. It is the oldest, most attractive square in the city. This is a good vantage point for observing Paris's famous roofs from below, which were originally covered in slate from the surrounding Loire Valley before being replaced, beginning in the mid-19th century, with less expensive sheets of sparkling seagull gray zinc. Number 5. Cruising the Seine. The Seine is Paris's geographical and spiritual heart. After all, it began in the 3rd century BCE on its island twinset, Île de la Cité. Cruising the river with bateau-mouche or aboard a hop-on, hop-off bateau-bus river boat, which is part of the city's public transit system, is an unforgettable experience. Discover the stunning UNESCO World Heritage listed riverbanks, islands, summer beaches, and 37 bridges from various architectural eras. Number 4. Take a stroll through Montmartre. Montmartre, a suburb in Paris, set on a hilltop in the city's northern outskirts, is sometimes referred to as a village due to its winding streets and small-town vibe. Make time to see the Sacré-Cœur Basilica, an often overlooked religious site. Rather than planning every element of your stay, Get off at a nearby metro stop and walk through Montmartre streets. This is the greatest method to get a sense of the neighborhood. Our Paris in a Day itinerary includes visits to Montmartre, Notre Dame, the Louvre, and the Eiffel Tower. Number 3. Take a feminist tour of the Louvre and admire the Mona Lisa. The Louvre is the world's largest museum. Licensed Paris and Louvre tour guides spend their entire lives honoring the great artists, sculptors, and even warlords who have molded our civilization. The Louvre has one of the best art and artifact collections in the world, with artifacts dating from the Egyptians to the Greeks and Romans, as well as the famed Mona Lisa. Take a feminist tour to see things from a fresh perspective. Number 2. Take a food tour in Paris. Paris is a city where you should sample the local food. You've probably heard that the bread is better in France. All cultures rely on food, and the French believe they have solved the code. Their belief may or may not be accurate, but their passion for the culinary arts is palpable. You may witness this for yourself in a variety of ways, but we believe that participating in a cuisine tour is the best option. Number 1. Enjoy the Eiffel Tower twinkle at night. Almost everyone plans to visit the Eiffel Tower at some time during their stay in Paris. While it may appear evident that the Eiffel Tower lights up at night, the Eiffel Tower twinkles for 5 minutes an hour every evening. It's a beautiful sight. It's even better when you're right next to the tower. The start time of the twinkling varies on the time of year you come, as it begins after nightfall. So guys, that was it for this video. What did you think about our video? Let us know in the comments section below. If you are new to our channel, be sure to subscribe and ring that notification bell to get notified about our latest videos. Thanks for watching.